We're going to make sweet potato biscuits. I've made biscuits with all kind of fillings. So I go, why not do it with sweet potatoes? Sweet potatoes are good for you. Maybe the biscuits aren't. So everything, all the dry ingredients are in here. And we have 1 cup of sweet potato or yam. Still a little bit warm, so we can mash it up much easier. So instead of sifting everything together, I just take a whip. For me it's easier. One less tool to take out, the sifter, one less thing to clean, and this works. And I'm going to put the sweet potato right in here and just work it in, and then add the liquid and the butter or the oil. When the dry hits the sweet potato, the flour, it's like when you're making a pie crust and you put the little pieces of cut up butter into the flour and you mix it up. And then when they add the liquid and the butter or oil, and these aren't buttermilk biscuits, I'm using milk today. Because the sweet potatoes are dense, heavy, I want this to come out light. So I'm using, it was a toss-up between using water or skim milk. And I go, you know what, let's do it with skim milk. And that looks pretty good. Then I'll use a spoon once I put everything else in there. The only thing left to add is the melted butter or olive oil, which I'm using today because I'm going to be eating these, and I've been eating too much butter lately. So that's why. Now we're going to mix this up well. The oven is preheated already at 400. And remember, if you're using a convection oven, make it 375. Now I shall add nothing. I'm going to let this sit for 5 minutes and then look at it again because it's getting thicker and heavier. So we'll wait 5 minutes. Today I'm using pastry sheets. I found some baking sheets. It's non-stick pan, but they still tend to stick a little. So, and I'm using a scoop, an ice cream scoop, which is just a little less than 1/4 of a cup. I should say 1/8 of a cup. It's a little more than just 1/8 of a cup. So these are easy to put down like so. Just give them a little space to expand. And I'm making them smaller this time than the one recipe I had there. I made large ones, which are nice, but the size depends on the individual. And it's so much easier to lay them down like this. If you have one of those muffin tins where the muffin is just the top of the muffin, that type of tin, that would work just fine with this. So this recipe makes quite a few. And then we're going to pop these in the oven. I'll make room for just a couple of more. So we got about 16 of these, and we're going to make sure the oven is at the right temperature, 400, and then we're going to put them in for about 20 minutes. I think that'll do it. Even with me giving you the timing and the temperature, so you take them out and you take one of them and you break it open. You see that? That is a little bit gummy. So we're going to put them back in, but I'm going to eat this one anyway because I want to see how it tastes with it. I wish it were butter. Ten more minutes. That's what I'm giving them. Well, it's been 32 to 33 minutes, and they feel light. It took a long time to get the sweet potato that's in there to dry out somewhat. But if you don't mind the moisture, because now they're perfect and they're hot. Sweet potato biscuits. First time I made them. They're still, you're never gonna have the dryness that you have in a regular biscuit because you have sweet potato in there. But the flour is cooked. The taste is there. Something different. Enjoy.